Good morning and welcome back to the Lynn Lowdown. I'm Dani Vittori, and today we have on the Executive Director and Site Coordinator for Leap for Education. Thanks so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Great. So I will just jump right in and ask you both to just briefly introduce yourselves and what is the mission of Leap for Education? What's your goal?
Okay, well, my name is Linda Saris, and I founded Leap 23 years ago, hard to believe. It was founded in Salem, and we moved into Lynn. This will be our 5th year in Lynn. And I'd like to introduce my colleague here, Jhayr Castillo.
Hi, I'm Jhayr. I'm excited to be here, so thank you.
Great.
And so Leap envisions a world where youth have access to quality education, resources, and allies to navigate to a successful career and upward economic mobility. So that's sort of our vision statement. And we do that by supporting our youth in their educational, career, and personal growth by partnering with the community to open up a lot of opportunities for them and to be able to advance equity. Last year, we served about 575 students in both Salem and Lynn.
Impressive.
Of which about 225 were here in Lynn. We run a program for middle schoolers at the Thurgood Marshall Middle School, about 130 kids every year, all school year and summer. And 2 years ago, we opened up a Lynn Teen Center. And that serves all the high schools, public, private, charter, in Lynn. And Jhayr came to us a couple of years. This is his second year.
This is my second school year.
Seems like he's been here forever. Second, which is a good thing, not a bad thing. Second year. And he took a very sleepy teen center that was running in Lynn English High School and turned it into this thriving, with a lot, buzzing teen center. And before I turn it over to him to explain what goes on in the Lynn Teen Center, I do want to say that what sort of makes us unique or different from other great organizations here in Lynn is we kind of have careers as our North Star. So even kids as 11-year-olds who are in 6th grade all the way through high school, we're always embedding career activities so that as they're learning and engaging in their learning, they're thinking about, wow, I really love this subject. That's a strength of mine, and how would that translate into a career?
Yeah.
And then as they get closer to high school and thinking about college and other post-secondary choices, if they have these career aspirations, if they understand what their strengths and interests are, it helps inform what post-secondary programs to go to, what jobs to apply for, what volunteer opportunities. So that's my overview. Feel free to ask me any questions, and I'd take it away, Jhayr, to talk about the Teen Center.
Yeah, I mean, the Teen Center has been a great space for a lot of the students. I know it's been relatively new in Lynn, especially in the space that we're in now, but it's been an extremely valuable part of their lives now. And, seeing a core group show up every day and, take part in the activities that we, run every single day, Monday through Thursday from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Mm-hmm. We're really excited that the students are, gladly participating and really buying into what it is that we're trying to do as an organization. So, it's been a good year and a half, I would say. We're only in October, and so far we've already kind of reached the level of registrations that we got last year. Last year we reached about 30, which was a good number for a relatively new center. And this year we're at about 25 with a couple students who would kind of escape here and there. So it's hard to get them, to sit down and register. But we are seeing a boom in numbers this year, and it's been a really successful program for our high school division. And it's just growing and growing as the months go on and word of mouth goes through, especially in the city of Lynn. So we're doing our best to partner with communities and making sure that different orgs are aware that we're here as well, and making a impact on the students' lives as much as we can. So
we're very much into partnering.
Yeah.
Because we try and we know that every student's unique that comes into our Teen Center. They have different interests, they have different experiences. And we, Jhayr and I, as smart as the two of us are, can't accommodate everybody's interests. So we partner with organizations. We've partnered with the Lynn Museum. We've partnered with arts. We've partnered with Peabody Essex Museum, for kids that are interested more in an art track. And for STEM, we've partnered with the Latino STEM Alliance. Tell them about some of the field trips and stuff you've done.
Yeah, we've done like a ton of field trips. Recently, we've gone to like the Harvard Business Graduate School, and we got to do like environmental science and things like that, and how it affects the community of Lynn, which is really cool because it was a very specific kind of topic that they were going through, and it kind of like resonated with a lot of our students.
Yeah.
We got to go to Boston Dynamics, which was a program that we've gone to in the past before, but it's basically just teaching the students about like robotics and how like essential they are to like an everyday career path. So those are two of like the bigger trips that we've gone. We try to do like little fun stuff in here and there. So as you've seen like some of the pictures we've done in the game in Peabody, we've done Bodeborg in Malden, which is like an escape room, which I recommend to everybody. It's like a great team building experience too, especially with like.
I've never done an escape room. I should go there.
Yeah, I mean it's great, just more so because being a Lynn program and having essentially all the students from different schools coming into our program, it's good to have them grouped up and kind of like figuring how to bond, figuring out how to like build like chemistry within the program, and doing like small things like playing games at an arcade or doing escape room. Like those things are team building, and they're like essential in building culture for our students and for our staff as well. So it's been a really exciting even today we have a field trip later today going to Connor's Farm, just kind of giving them a sense of
is that the one that has a corn maze or no?
Yeah, it has like a little maze, it has a little
I want to do that one too.
I see the theme.
Yeah. So we try to like broaden our horizons, making sure that students are exposed to so many different avenues, so many different, activities that kind of just pique interest, and more or less just building a sense of like community within our program, especially in our center, making sure the students are comfortable with each other, comfortable with the staff, and just more or less like, building a family within our program. So.
And other than being, for this, a student in Lynn, are there any other requirements or prerequisites for enrolling, and how does that work?
So, like I said, we're a Lynn program.
Yes.
So essentially, we're not just going for just the high schools. Like we have students who are homeschooled that come to our program.
Okay.
We have students, that are friends with kids in Lynn, and they come from different towns, and they, join us in our program sometimes, and it's just like we're building a center that doesn't have any requisites, and
of course,
aside from, being in the high school range, so about 14 to 18, and just giving them a space where they can come in. There's no real enrollment fees or anything like that. Being a nonprofit, like we want the students to come in, see the space, and if they enjoy it and they continue to come on, we register them, and then they're a part of our program and move forward.
I guess I would say to the students and the parents that are watching today is if you want to come in and look for a job and think about like what your career path is, if you want to think about what your post-secondary, if you're in high school and you're like still don't know where you want to go when you graduate high school, or maybe you have a very definite plan of what you want to do, we can help you with all the college applications and thinking through all of that. If you want just a place where you can come and be with your friends and be social and get some academic tutoring, the Teen Center is your place to be. And Jhayr always reminds me that there is also opportunity just to have fun. I'm the one always saying, so what's the academic lesson? What are they learning about careers?
Right.
And so we make sure that I should also mention that we do offer free transportation, and we feed, and we have food. Like he has lots of food.
Yeah, we try to make sure students are fed. The transportation thing has been a bonus for us and for the families of our students, and just like giving that opportunity for them to work and not worry about how their kids are getting home and getting to the center, and providing that service that's essential for programs, I think. And
it's all free. I should mention.
And it's all free.
We don't charge anything.
Like Linda said, like we do absolutely balance out what academic stuff we want to make sure we're getting done, and the fun side, like we want to make sure that the students essentially are being treated as students.
And I always say that fun shouldn't be like different than learning. Like fun can be learning, right?
Yeah.
So even if you're playing basketball, Jhayr and I used to talk about this because he's a basketball guy, you can teach math in basketball. You teach math while you're cooking. I mean, there's just so many ways you can build academics into fun things. I like to think that learning is fun.
Yeah, and we've been lucky to have a great staff and a great support system in the program that comes in and like doesn't make it feel like this is essentially purely academic. Like, hey, we need to do your work. That's it. Like, we want to make sure we're building a good, rapport with the students, so they're comfortable enough to have these personal conversations. But aside from that, open up about how they're doing in school and making sure that we're, supporting them in that end and, giving them advice, or whether that's, helping one-on-one with certain like homework assignments or, quiz prep, things like that. So we try to balance these things out. And so far in the time that we've been there, it's been going great. So, we're happy about that.
Yeah, I said, and I'm happy to hear about that. I know I have to wrap up in a moment, but said you can just tell from your passion how into it you are, and you seem to have really struck a balance between, like you said, the academic, the fun, the learning, and I'm really excited to see where you go from here with this.
Yeah, and very career focused, so it's always, if I'm doing a math problem with a student and it's related to like figuring out the square footage of a house, and they say, this is, building a house would be a really cool thing to do. I'm like, oh, well, would you think about career? Do you know what an architect does? Do you know what a developer does? Or a realtor, and all the people involved in housing. And so you get to dive into like, how do you make the connection between these problems and careers? So.
Yeah, and it's been really, more than just an honor. It's been a privilege to like be let into this space, be let into the community, and support all the students that are a part of our program. And being as if we're a big organization, we stem from middle school to high school to post-secondary. Like, we try to build that pipeline, and I can see how great the middle school teams have been doing their job, and us being in high school, like, we're doing our job to the best of our extent to make sure that when they do move on to the post-secondary programs, there's a trust that's embedded inside of that program. And our students and our staff have been really, we work hand in hand in making sure that every day we're like adjusting to them, as opposed to them adjusting to us. And that's something that we're really like, we take pride in. So it's been great for sure.
No, I just want to mention that we're open to English language learners. You don't have to speak English. To Jhayr and our other staff person are both Spanish speaking, and they're totally welcome.
So that all sounds amazing. You got me so excited about it, and I want to thank you for coming on again to really share this with the community.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Of course, thank you anytime. And once again, I'm Dani Vittori. This has been the Lynn Lowdown, and we'll see you next week with more guests.